context, you guys are a few practices in, just how you feeling the offense is gelling and how you feel things have gone thus far?
Exactly how I expected. We're a super explosive offense. Everyone is doing really well. When guys are down or whatever, we have depth. Like even our walk-ons, Nick Thomas, Luna, Marty. I mean, all those guys. Those guys are busting their tails every single day. Any opportunity they get, they're taking advantage of.
X, after the first practice on Wednesday, Cam Ward told us that the defense was up 1-0, that they took the first day. How do you feel the second and third practice gone in terms of the offense responding?
For sure. I mean, we're going back and forth, I mean, it's like a couple plays here and there that just, ruin our entire offensive moto for the day, but then we jump right back on it. We have short-term memory. I mean, if we were whooping the defense every single day, there'd be something wrong, So, again, we have great guys all over the field, great guys on the sideline as well, including the coaches and stuff like that. So, I mean, we have a big year loaded.
And, obviously you go up against the secondary, a lot of new faces there, either guys who didn't play much the last couple of years or transferred in or are freshmen. What have been your early impressions of them?
Oh, I mean, everyone's just running around the field. This is one of the best, incoming groups I've ever seen. And, yeah, I mean, nothing more to say, The guys are flying around, making plays on both sides of the ball, giving us really good competition, really good looks. And we'll be ready.
Have you been going against Damari a lot? Because I think Coach Guidry said he'd be in the nickel a lot. So have you been facing off against him?
Yeah, I mean, they rotate guys every day. I'm going against everyone. Damari's a great player, and so is everyone that lines up in the nickel, giving me great work every single day.
With Sam Brown, talk about the dimension he adds, and just talk about how Sam, you, and Jacoby maybe are different types of receivers, and how that can help you guys.
For sure. I mean, Sam, just like Jacoby, just like Isaiah, just like Nye, Chance, all those guys, JoJo, they're all different types of receivers, and they bring something to the game. They're every single one of them is unique. I mean, every single one of them, comes every single day to work. Is what I call work. And just gives their all, and that's what I love the most about them. I respect those guys a lot, and can't wait to play next to those guys all season.
And with Sam, for those that haven't seen him play, what are the strengths of his game would you say?
I mean, he's a full receiver. He could make 50-50 catches. He could burn the defense off. He has great hands, great routes. Great athlete.
For you, last season, just any extra sense of motivation for you to want to see this get over the hump after seeing things start to trend over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, not so much looking forward to the seasons so much. We still have it's only our third day of camp, so we're just ready for Canes Fest tomorrow. It's going to be a great opportunity. Fans come out, get to see us work and stuff like that. But most importantly, we get another day of work. We get another day of work. We don't have to come here, and I feel like that's everyone's mindset. I feel like that's why we're such a good team right now.
And just for you, just what advice you've been giving to incoming freshmen? Just what's the biggest piece of advice you give to them, and what's the biggest piece of advice that you got when you stepped foot on campus?
For sure. So our leadership council actually meets with Dr. Elko. He is a great leadership guy. He came from a whole bunch of prestigious colleges, and he basically put this thing in and said, "Match me." So that's really what I'm bringing to the table every single day. Match me. I came out here a little excited today. We have pads on. It said, "I'm gonna be the thermostat." Everybody match me. And I mean, our receivers kicked butt today. Our offense kicked butt today. Defense kicked butt today. I mean, everyone is just super high intensity, super high effort. And I mean, even in special teams period is that's where you can tell a team's being there. And I mean, I make sure I'm the first one in line. Leading by example, basically. And just setting the tone and again being that thermostat.
About how many players are on the leadership council?
Right now, there's about like 8 to 10. But again, a lot of guys. We want the whole team to be a leadership council, because even Nick Thomas, one of the walk-ons, of slots. Today, I had my helmet off during walkthrough. He said, "Hey, just put your helmet on." Of course, let's do it. And I have total respect for that guy because coming in, knowing that I'm the guy at the slot right now, him to be able to tell me that is takes some courage, and I have unlimited respect for the kid.
We know how special we are. Just throughout this offseason, we've connected really well, and are putting it all together now, and you know, taking each day at a time, and excited for what's to come for the team.
A little different tight ends room now. A new Elijah Lofton arrival. Elijah Arroyo is healthy. How productive? You know, you guys all have so many different skills. How productive can this group be now for the last year?
Yeah, the group can be really productive. We all have different skill sets and bring something different to the table. So I'm excited to see what this group can do this year. Just because we're a very unselfish room, and we like to celebrate the success of others in the room. And whenever someone in the room makes a big play that's not ourselves, we're all super excited, cheering, getting loud for each other, because we know the hard work that we put in the off season is going to lead us to when we get out there on Saturday, that those big plays are going to find us, and we'll be right there to celebrate with all the guys.
You've been around for a year or two. Is Lofton a guy who sort of plays beyond his years in some respects?
Yeah, he's definitely ahead of the game for sure. You can just tell when guys come in, and his work ethic, how hard he works, and just how competitive he is to be out on the field. It's impressive for a guy so young to I guess learn the game this easy so quick, because high school to college is a big jump. So for him to come in and I guess get accumulated so fast, I give him his props that he's doing a great job.
Being able to work with Cam Ward now, going back to the spring, what makes him special, and what's different about him?
Just his ability to bring the guys together. When he talks, everyone listens. He's a leader, and when he does say something, all the guys listen and do what he says. I think outside of football, he does a great job of just bringing everybody together, getting guys together, hanging out, just building that camaraderie with each other off the field, because then that's important. So when we get on the field, it's all trust. When we get out there, he says something, it's like, hey, listen to him and let's do it. It's good enough.
For you, as someone who's been around the block a few times, just with a lot of younger guys, whether it's Lofton or JoJo or Nikar or whoever it may be, just what's some advice you're giving to the freshmen who are coming in as they get ready for their first college football season?
Yeah, just work hard, compete. Days are going to get hard, but there's going to be adversity that's going to come your way. It's about how you can handle that adversity and move forward. Every day is not going to be a great day, and how are you going to be able to move on from that, process that, and next we have another practice tomorrow. So it's like, how are you going to be able to adjust your mindset to hey, we got another practice tomorrow, we got to go do it all over again. Can you keep the same level of consistency throughout the week?
Someone's gone against the defense. What do you think has stood out about them so far?
Those guys like to fly around. They like to have fun. They fly around. They're smart, and they're physical. So, it's a challenge every day going against the defense, and I'm glad that I'm going against them every day, because it's going to only make myself better, but the whole offense better every day.
You mentioned that the tight end room is very a lot of guys with different skills, very versatile room. Have you talked to Coach Dawson, Coach Whittle about what your role is going to be this year? How much is going to be blocking versus going out for passes and stuff?
No, I haven't really talked to them about that. I trust those guys. They trust me, and whatever role they need me to play is the role I'm going to play. I leave that up to those guys, and I come out here every day. I work hard, work my butt off, and wherever that is, that's what it is.
You've been on some pretty good teams, including at Oregon, obviously. Do you have a sense yet for overall how this team maybe stacks up to some of the better Oregon teams you're part of?
Yeah, this team stacks up, really well to some of those teams that I've been on. I think that we've done a really good job of, I guess, tuning the little things. We focused a lot on that this off season, and I think it's paid off for us. So I can't wait to see, all the, to reap those rewards.
Daryl, now that you've worked with Coach Jackson now for the second camp, what have you noticed about him? What's made the biggest impression on you about him?
I would say the way he coaches, brings the confidence out you, makes sure that you're playing fun, doing whatever you got to do to make plays. I feel like he's going to be a really good coach for the guys that's younger than me.
And last year, you guys had a real veteran secondary with Cam and James and Jaden and TC and all those guys. Now it's a mix of guys. A lot of them haven't played much and they're younger. How does it feel, and what do you have to do as kind of a veteran leader in the secondary?
I feel like I have to turn into a coach sometimes, telling them what everything that I know from experience on and off the field. I feel like I have to do more outside of football.
What's your biggest piece of advice to some of those younger guys who are coming in?
Just play with confidence, be relaxed, don't worry about you making mistakes. You're still young, you have a long way to go, and I feel like they're going to be fine.
Damari Brown specifically, how's he been doing?
He's really going to be really good. It's not a first rounder. I feel like he has all the tools, attributes to be all-world corner, All-American. So I feel like he's going to be fine.
You've known him since he was a little one, but way back in high school days. Just how much growth have you seen from him from your guys' days back there? You know?
I remember when he was about 5'11", about 160 pounds, bro. He was a young one, but he's doing well now. I feel like I'm taking him under my wing, and I feel like he's gonna have a breakout season next year.
How are you a different player than you were last year? How are you a different player than you were last year?
I feel like I'm learning more little things that I didn't really see last year. Last year I feel like I was just out there playing, focused on who we had each week, but I feel like I'm learning the game even more.
For you specifically, you know, obviously you had a great looking season last year, and then you didn't get some of the recognition that you deserve. Does that sort of put a chip on your shoulder now for the season?
Man, I wake up with a chip on my shoulder every morning, man. I feel like I should be an All-American. I feel like I should be on these draft boards high, but you know, things happen. But I feel like things will change after this year.
On the flip side of the field, how do you see the offense improving, and who are some of the receivers that you like taking reps against in practice?
I like taking reps against Isaiah Horn. He came a long way from last year. He looks like a new dude. Sam Brown, I know I've been going against him since West Virginia. That was my first roommate, so I already knew how he's going to come in. And then going to play at nickel with Xavier Restrepo. It's new to me, but I feel like he's getting me better.
Did you have a role in Sam coming here? I mean, did you guys stay in touch since that first year?
Yeah, we've been talking since back for the past 2-3 years, but I didn't even know he was gonna come down here. It was crazy.
What was your reaction when you found out he was coming?
I was excited, man. We actually live in the same apartment complex now, so I get to see him whenever I want to. We just hang out, chill. You know?
You touched on it with a lot between the younger guys and transfers coming in the secondary. Just how do you feel the chemistry is starting to come along? You guys about 3.5 weeks away from things starting up.
Chemistry, everything's going well. I feel like we're getting tighter. From Robert Stafford to OJ, those guys are playing really, really well. Getting them some reps with the ones to get them prepared even more, and I feel like they're going to be really good too.
We'll do a couple more for Daryl.
Daryl, I mean, like you mentioned, you know, you originally roomed with Sam at West Virginia.
Yeah.
He goes to Houston. He's here by way of Houston. You know, Devontae Brown, you know, he went to UCF, came here. He goes to FSU.
Yeah.
It's like reuniting and, you know, seeing guys again, guys we knew from high school with the state of college football these days. Just what's that like as someone who's been through the transfer process and is seeing guys you've known come and go and all this stuff? Just what's that like? How do you guys handle that?
It's pretty cool. It's like free agency, honestly. Like, you never know who's going to be on your team years from now. And I feel like once this is all said and done, I go to the NFL, it could happen again when I get there.
Like, how much do you balance? Like, I mean, obviously, like, it's cool. Like, if your friends come and rejoin the team.
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult does it make it to just, you know, to stay meshed and stuff with your teammates?
I don't think it's difficult at all. I feel like now that they come down here, we can go out, hang out like we used to before, like in West Virginia.
You know, you mentioned that you feel like you should get more attention, whatever it might be. Interceptions for you, is that a focal point? Obviously, it's a big stat. Has that been something you've been focusing on?
Of course, you know, I really want interceptions, like everyone does, but I feel like last year I didn't get as many chances. Hopefully I get some more chances this year to make plays on the ball.
Damari, just as you get ready for year two, just what did you learn the most last season that you're hoping to improve upon this season?
Just always stay ready. Seize the moment. Opportunity was there for me last year. It's here for me now. So I'm just going to take advantage and keep moving forward, get better day by day.
Look like you've added some size even since spring. Did you add some weight? About what are you now?
Few body percent drop. About 197 in that 200 range. Goes up and down.
How have you felt about the first few practices so far here?
It was smooth. Defense is coming together. Offense is looking pretty nice. We're all competing and stuff. I feel like we'll have a good season this year.
You got reps against X and at nickel. You know, how's everything going in terms of playing that position? And if you can stop X, you can pretty much stop anybody, I guess. So is it back and forth? How do you feel you're doing in that battle area?
He's good work. Best of the best. When I go against him, I make sure My P's and Q's are on. Everything is one-on-one game time reps with him. So the more I go against him, the more he'll sharpen me up.
What has Daryl Porter sort of meant to the secondary as maybe a leader and somebody who's had a lot of veteran experience?
Daryl, that's my guy. He has a lot of knowledge to him. He's been doing this for a few years. So hopefully this being his last year, he can go go out with a bang and lead the secondary.
You guys go back to your high school days. Just how much has your guys' relationship grown since your time at Heritage? So now being back up together.
With this second year being on the field, it's grown. Even though he's older than me, I act like the little brother. I try not to act like the big brother, but he's cool to be around on and off the field. Taking knowledge from him.
What have you seen from like the freshmen who've come in? Guys like Ryan, OJ. What have you seen from them? Through the first few days of practice.
Those guys are talented. OJ kind of reminds me of myself from last year. Came in, competed early out the gate. Doesn't shy away from anything. Same with Ryan. Just got to stay healthy. But when those guys are good, they're out there to compete.
And what advice did you have for them? Like, obviously you went through the same thing, being a freshman, new to campus and everything about a year ago.
Just learn from your mistakes. Try not to make the same ones over and over. Just get better each and every day, and don't shy away from competition.
And I guess what's your mentality going into the year? Because last year, it was a very veteran secondary. This year, you're a lot more being asked from you. Just what's your mindset like coming into the year?
Kind of take over. A lot expected from me this year, so I'm not a baby anymore. Got to take on this year 2 campaign role. Being the starting corner or defensive back, just got to perform at a high level. Set the bar.
Sorry for kind of dominating the interview now, but with Devontae transferring to FSU, obviously I'm sure it was nice having him here for your freshman and everything. But what's it like? Now that you guys are stayed apart.
Obviously, I miss him. It was cool having a brother on the team, sometimes on the other side of me. But things happen for the better. He's in a better place for himself now. I just wish all the best for him.
How much trash talk do you expect the week of the FSU game?
I'm not going to get into it too much, but definitely that Saturday night, there's going to be some noise.